Let's look in now as Wahoo McDaniel comes out of the corner at the bell to tangle with his arch rival Tully Blanchard. This is one of the featured events here at the Sam Houston Coliseum tonight, and Wahoo is wound up to get at Tully Blanchard and splatter him all over that ring. And Wahoo is capable of it too. Wahoo has been a top star for the past dozen years, and he's had to earn every bit of it. Referee is Nick Kozak. This is a one-fall match, and as Tully Blanchard moves in there and starts trying to cut Wahoo down to size, Wahoo makes sure he doesn't. Oh, the Indian with a chop, the tomahawk chop, and it hit in there solidly. It landed solidly. And Tully, having felt the force, there's Tully Blanchard. He felt the force of that chop, and I want to tell you, he didn't want another one. Tully into the ropes, and oh man, Wahoo with a surprisingly deft and fast move, and down and through the ropes and on the concrete goes Tully Blanchard. Oh, I'll tell you, Tully not only landed hard, he slid hard, and then when he fell on the concrete, yeah, you see him now as he tries to straighten out his back. That's the way he hit. He's got a red welt on that portion of his back. So Wahoo has been effective, and he, in the early moments of this match, has shown Tully Blanchard that things are just not going to come his way. Tully's tough. He tried to kick Wahoo in the middle, and Wahoo put a stop to it. It was Tully's belly that stopped Wahoo's kick. And there again, watch out for Tully Blanchard. Next Friday night, here in the Sam Houston Coliseum, Tully Blanchard will be battling along with his partner, Gino Hernandez, Gorgeous Gino, and they will take on Wahoo McDaniel and Junkyard Dog. And there is no greater competitor in this game than Junkyard Dog, unless it's Wahoo McDaniel. I'll tell you, what a pair, what a tremendous pair. And that chop almost succeeded in sending that head rolling up the aisle. Wahoo cutting him around, down and around and over, and laid it in there, but beautifully. So Tully is trying to put a stop to the forward rush of Wahoo McDaniel, and he knows he's got to break Wahoo's rhythm in order to survive and stay in that match. Turned into a rabbit punch chop that time, and Wahoo gets a reverse face lock. Rene Cisneros is celebrating his 11th birthday here tonight, and we want to wish Rene Cisneros a happy birthday and thank him for coming to Houston Wrestling to celebrate his birthday. Nick Kozak checking the hold, making sure it's not a choke, watching Tully as well as watching Wahoo. Now it's turned into a chin lock, a reverse chin lock. And Wahoo, with those big arms of his, lays it in there. Got the contortions of Tully's face. Just, they were twisted and turned, but you couldn't, if you were looking at the face, you forgot that Tully's arms were free, and he swung around there and got damaging wallops at Wahoo McDaniel. But Wahoo now may be in a position to, no, he can't get out of it. That Tully has scissored that ankle, and in scissoring the ankle, he's able to put twice as much pressure on that foot as he could with his hands or with his arms. Wahoo reaches up for a half Nelson. He brings Tully down close to that canvas. That's the purpose. Tully may be holding Wahoo on one end, Wahoo's holding Tully on the other, and Tully won. 5 minutes have gone by, and as Tully fights to hang on, Wahoo finds a new tactic, and that is to pop him right at the base of the neck, and he goes in with a body scissor. Indian style body scissor. He gets those big boots of his around, and while he's got the boots there, you just don't slip and slide. The pressure stays constant in one place, and Tully is trying to take his, well, he was trying to take himself out of the hold, and in doing it, he took himself into the rope, so he accomplished the same purpose. And, oh, that was a mean and tough and nasty blow on the leg, and Wahoo responded the way he should have. He let Tully's face feel it. Solid smash. And as, oh man, he blasted him. A wild wallop from Wahoo McDaniel into the jaw of Tully Blanchard. Give and take. And they're both giving and they're both taking. I mentioned the word tough when it was applied to Blanchard, and believe me, that is the way you have to use it. He takes a lot of punishment. He gives a lot of punishment. He's a deceptive wrestler, but right now he is a tied-up wrestler as he is stuck in those ropes. Now you see just one arm stuck, but you might just as well have two because you can't defend yourself with the other one. And those ropes, which are actually steel cables, when they twist around a man's arm, they make it almost impossible for him to move. You hurt yourself moving. And Wahoo McDaniel tries now to blast Blanchard. Whoa! He luckily got his feet under him. I say luckily. It's a misnomer that your feet always save you, but in this particular case, I think they did. Sometimes landing feet first causes a distribution of the shock that concentrates just in the spine instead of the place where you hit. So outside is Tully Blanchard. There's a driving smash, and Tully tried to knock Wahoo back, and instead he has landed right in the Indians' line of fire. And solid blast. And oh man, he chopped in there, and there's foot on the ropes, so the hold is broken. 2 feet on the ropes. You notice what Tully Blanchard's doing. He is taking advantage of the fact that he was told to break the hold. He came up there with that knee and popped Wahoo with it. Trouble for Wahoo. Two count, and Wahoo was able to roll out from underneath and shake himself loose, at least temporarily, from Tully Blanchard. It's a lot of hard, short, give and take socking going on in there that is tough to take. So as Wahoo rises up, he takes Tully along with him. He's got something in mind. It was not to catch a knee in the midsection. And Tully's swinging. No, I was going to say atomic drop, and he got him there with a back body drop. The Indians on top. There's one, there's two, and just two. Wahoo again rolls him over, gets the weight solidly in position. Tully manages to ooze out just a little bit. Kozak, one, gets that count in there. You see that hand going as Tully starts to bounce around, then finally bounced into the ropes and was able to have the hold broken. Driving, walloping smash, and Wahoo's certainly got the upper hand. 10 minutes have gone by, and in there popping them in is Wahoo McDaniel as he now he's spun around and there he is with a back body drop and a hard one. There's one, there's two, there's three, and there's a foot over the rope, but that foot go over after the count or before the count. Wahoo says no, there's a foot over the rope, and that he won the match. Tully Blanchard, and Tully Blanchard is doubling him up, and we've got a fall on Wahoo McDaniel. And Tully Blanchard has turned the tables here in a way. He got his foot on that rope, whether it was before or after the count, I am not actually certain, but I am certain that he had his feet on those ropes. And here we've got Wahoo McDaniel chopping away, and now as Gino Hernandez comes down to the ring, he is screaming at referee Nick Kozak he's going after Tully Blanchard to save Tully Blanchard and get him out of that ring, where Wahoo McDaniel is determined that he is going to take him by the head and rip the head off. But Wahoo McDaniel has been declared the loser in this battle here with Tully Blanchard. And the crowd is incensed, and the crowd is upset, and the crowd is complaining to referee Nick Kozak. And Nick is going to be mighty upset when he sees this program on the air. Listen to the noise here as the fans support Wahoo all the way. Listen to this word from I.W. Marks as I.W. Marks supports his fans, his customers, all the way.
It's about time, Wahoo, that all this mess come to an end. I done seen Gino Hernandez doing his thing. I saw Tully Blanchard, the gold man, run off at the mouth. But Wahoo, we're going to team up, and we're going to bring thunder, lightning, and rain to their honey, and we're going to try to run them dead out of Texas. What do you say about that?
Well, you know one thing about it, they got to fight with their fists. They can't fight with their mouth. And sure, they can talk, and they got a lot of people believing they can wrestle. And they went through a lot of good competition. I know that.
But see, the thing about it, Wahoo, don't nobody run us out of our own backyard.
Well, one thing about it, they've never seen us together. They don't know what to expect. And, you know, we got size advantage, and I know damn well we got the experience. So get ready. We're going to kick your butt.
And I'm going to tell you this right now, Gino. You bring all your little fat-haired, pretty little girls, you and Tully Blanchard, but the dog and Wahoo, we're going to bring thunder to your island. So let's sign the paper. And it won't be long. It won't take us all day long to do this job either, because I'm tired and don't nobody run Wahoo and the dog out of the backyard.